so excited about today's video because I'm gonna be ranting about March 7th and Dan Heng's newest designs. Sorry that I jumped straight into combat in this video, I forgot to click record. But anyway, let's get into it. So if you haven't seen, Dan Heng and March 7th got new 5-star forms, and oh my goodness, let me tell you, I was so hyped for it, especially Dan Heng's, because I am a Dan Heng glazer from day one of Honkai Star Rail. Even though I didn't play, I have always loved Dan Heng. And when I saw his new form, I tell you, the things that I was doing, I was literally screaming. I'm not even kidding. Well, I wasn't screaming, I was just shouting really loudly. And I thought, oh my god, this is a brilliant design. I know a lot of people didn't like it because it looks very similar to his 4-star form, but let me tell you my initial thoughts. If you have not seen the new design, here it is. I put it up on the screen. But, okay, my initial thoughts when I saw it is, oh my god, he is moving on. Because his outfit is very similar to his 4-star form, and a lot of people are like, ew, that's recycling, I hate that. But let me tell you this, okay? My initial thoughts were, he is embracing his power. That sounds so cringe, but oh, that was a loud click, sorry. You know, when he had his Imbibe de Lune, is it Lune or Lunai? Imbibe de Lune, I think that's it. That dragon form, he doesn't like it, you know? He doesn't want to be who Dan Feng was. He wanted to be Dan Heng, if you get what I mean. Because he doesn't wear his dragon form, at all. At least not in the main story, apart from Xianzhou. Because he's uncomfortable with it. He doesn't want to be his past incarnation. He wants to be himself, a whole new person. And everyone doesn't seem to accept that. They keep weighing him down and trying to paint him out as the same person as his past incarnation, but he's not. He's not Dan Feng, he's Dan Heng. And I thought, he's embracing the past instead of always running and hiding from it, because he's been doing that for the whole of his life. But he is finally accepting his past, his power, and he's putting it to good use, all while remaining Dan Heng. And that shows because he still calls himself the God of the Astral Express in the introduction thing for that, I think. And he looks his outfit looks similar to his 4-star form, which means he's still in his clothes that he feels comfortable in, his Dan Heng clothes, and his horns are different, which means he's not trying to be the same, he's trying to be different. He's making himself his own person using his previous incarnation's power, if you get what I mean. And I was so happy about that, but then I had this stupid idea of opening a tweet and reading the lore about it. Let me tell you guys, I was actually in tears. I'm tearing up thinking about it right now. But if you have not done the 3.5 story quest, or you don't want to hear about this because it's spoilers, please don't watch this. Either skip through it or just click off, because I'm going to be talking quite a lot about spoilers and stuff. Okay, now that that's out the way, Dan Heng, because we are the Trailblazer, and when the cycle restarted in Amphorius, we could jump straight into the point in time where Finan was relevant in the story, where his he's waiting. I literally, like, it all made sense, and I did cry, and I'm on the verge of crying right now. I am not weird, I promise, I'm literally just a glazer and an empathist, and I really empathise with characters' emotions. So, and that explains why he has longer hair, because he's been waiting. I still love his outfit and his skin, and I really, really hope he's gonna be free, because God, I do not have enough stellar jades for that. I do not have enough stellar jades at all. But can you imagine the sadness I felt? Anyway, my overall thoughts on the design is I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It is very much done hung, and I love it for that. I don't like his imbibed Lunai form, because I don't know, it doesn't really feel like done hung, but this feels like done hung, and I love that. Alright, now done hung is out of the way. Let's talk about March 7th's new form, also known as Evernight. Evernight. Personally, I'm a little bit disappointed. Don't get me wrong, I love March 7th's original design. It's iconic. It does give 4-star, but in like the best way possible. And I love March 7th a lot. And when I first saw the design, I was like, wow, that is really cool. But then I looked at it a bit more, and the drip marketing came out, and I was a bit like, you get what I mean? I'm gonna pull, obviously. It's like, probably, like, you're gonna be the idiot if you don't pull, because I didn't pull for Finon, so I'm already painted as an idiot. But if I don't pull for Evernight, I will be the idiot of idiots. Here is Evernight's design, and a really cool detail that I do like is that Evernight is the 3rd month in Amphorius, so she's still March in some way. But on the design, I'm not like fully taken with it. I get they were trying to somewhat resemble her original form, like 4-star outfit, but the lack of design on the legs just makes it look really top heavy and empty, and I'm not here for it, honestly. Like, they could have put, I don't know, stockings, or given her like boots or something, or made her skirt a bit longer, or had like a trail or something, but they didn't, and for that it kind of looks empty, and I'm not here for it. Honestly, I love everything else though. The hair, the longer hair, the memo sprite, that has appeared in Amphorius a few times before. The new colour scheme, though I'm not a big fan of like the ripped chest, the ripped holes in the shirt, in the chest, like there wasn't really a need for that, but you know, it's Hoyoverse. But anyway, I don't know where the story will take March, but again, spoiler alert, from what I have seen, remember when we are talking to Orynyx and we take a picture, like secretly, and then Orynyx says something like mother? At first I thought she was saying mother to us, but then I saw a TikTok and it was like, you guys, that's March's camera. She's saying mother to March, which made me think like, okay, what? This lore is about to get crazy. Because, you know, March has always been a mysterious character, with not having her memories and appearing in a chunk of ice. And so, like, to find out that she could be, in theory, the literal founder of the Titans, or whatever, the mother of the Titans, or like Amphorius' god or whatever, or even like an Eon. I don't think she is, but she could be the Eon, or an Eon, but I don't think she is, but still, like, it's just it's crazy. It's crazy. Our poor little March. Also, I don't like in the trailer. She looks a little bit menacing and evil and stuff. I'm not saying she is evil, but she looks of that sort. And it's like that's not the March we know. Give us our old cheerful March back. Because I don't know. If she has every right to be a villain, then go for it. But I will personally always love the cheerful and bubbly March that we first knew. That will always be the March in my heart. But okay, overall thoughts. I like it. I don't love it. The legs look a little bit empty, and that's all I'm gonna say. I know that might be like a one-of-a-kind opinion because everybody is loving the design, and honestly, go for it. I think it is great that people love the design, but it is just personally not for me, if you get what I mean. But that's that. Also, I am currently trying to beat the Memory of Chaos because I got on like 2 good teams and I kind of get destroyed in the second half, but we'll ignore that because I'm a newbie. I'm allowed to be new. And someone told me to build Archer. Whoever did that, I am so grateful. That was like one of the best decisions of my life because I tell you, he is so powerful. And I don't usually like the hunt characters, but I have like a little lineup rotation going on, and it is good, and he does really good damage, as you saw, I think. Well, good for me, because I'm still little. I don't do like massive damage, apart from the Herder. So, yeah, be proud of me. And I built Gallagher, or semi-built Gallagher. I really don't have enough materials or anything, but I'm trying. And I honestly, I put a bunch of effect resistance and break effect on him, but he doesn't do a lot of good healing, so I might switch out his ball. Is it a ball or is it the chain for healing bonus? I don't know which one it is. I think it's the chain, but I'm gonna likely farm for that next. And yeah, that's kind of all I had to yap about in this video, but I'm super excited for 3.5 to drop because I really want more story because it's been so good so far, and Heng is coming back. You will not understand the amount of glazing I do for Heng. I am a Heng glazer. I am a proud Heng glazer. But yeah, let me know your opinions on these new forms and their pathways and stuff and element. Like Heng being physical preservation, I need a preservation character, like a good preservation character, because I literally only got Fushan, Jabard and March, and Jabard is standard. Fushan, I don't know if you could count her as standard, but I lost my 50-50 to her. She's great, she is great. Like, if I could have 2 copies of Fushan, I would, but Eidolons exist, so I can't have that. But yeah, please let him be for free. Let the new Heng be for free. Also, I think his name is like Pomre or something. I think it means protector of the earth, and it makes sense because he became the titan of the earth by like merging with the core flame. So yeah, I love Heng. I love him so much. I'm getting cooked in the Memory of Chaos right now, so just ignore that. You know you're about to die when your sustain dies. Like, honestly, market, and there was this lady who approached us and started ranting about strawberries, and she was saying like they're very sweet and you should buy them, it's only 4 packets for 10 euros. That was pretty funny. And then whenever she tried to talk to my brother, who is a Spanish speaker, he just went, oui, and he said everything in such an English accent, it was hilarious. But I went to Claude Monet's gardens. Oh, they were so beautiful, and we saw the iconic lily pond and everything. Claude Monet has been one of my biggest inspirations for quite a while now when it comes to painting. In my textiles project, he really inspired me a lot. I love his work so much. And we went to this castle on a cliffside, climbed up 600 stairs, and saw a beautiful view. Honestly, it was so pretty, but I couldn't really enjoy it because I was just dying. I ran up half the stairs because I was trying to catch up to my other siblings. But yeah, that was really nice. And we went to a market, as I mentioned, which was also nice. We saw a bunch of old architecture. There was this one town we went to which had a bunch of cathedrals. Oh, so beautiful. I really enjoy old and gothic looking architecture. So that was so it was just amazing. Honestly, I wish we had more stuff like this in England. And I also want to go to Germany to see that one gothic cathedral, because it's honestly old architecture is amazing, absolutely amazing. But yeah, that's kind of most of. We went to this little village, but everything was kind of shut because it was raining. And the last thing I wanted to say is that my next video will be the Q&A video. So if you still have questions, then feel free to go over to my community post tab and pop them in there. Because yeah, I've gotten quite a few questions, and I may have to make it in 2 parts, but I have no idea. I don't want to talk too quickly, but when I get into things, I yap pretty quickly. But that's all from me. So I hope you have a great day, or night, or any time of day it is for you, and